Hi everyone, this is a community tournament. This is qualification rounds for a pro division. It's been running for a few days already. There's only one more day left of the opening round, so I should have put this content out before when it was still fresh in my mind, but I'll try to do the best I can to explain how I played these holes. So let's get started. Alright, welcome back. This is hole number 1. This is a par 3. I'm going to play this with a rough bump, I believe, here, and we're going to be playing this at 25%, I believe. Now we're going to play this so that it's at the 2-yard marker. And we're going to go with a tweak a backspin and one right spin. Looks like it's almost a half back and one right. So between 0.25 back and one right is what I would do. You want the red so it's half inside the rough. So if you're using a sniper 9, you want to set it. You want your starting point to be at plus 4 yards. And if you're using a sniper 10, I got plus 2 yards. Yeah, that's what I got written down here. Sniper 10 plus 2. Sniper 9 plus 4. Now this is a sniper 9 we went with. You can see what we went with here. Now you can't see the yardage because it's a replay. But once again, sniper 9, 4-yard marker, plus sniper 10, 2-yard marker. And if I'm playing a sniper 10, I'd probably play this at 30% elevation with the yellow close to the rough. And once again, 0.25 back, 1.5 right spin, and you want a 1201 pull. I like the sniper 9 shot better, 4-yard marker, red half inside the rough. This is a kingmaker. You can also use a katana, and you're going one right spin at 25% elevation. So that's it for hole 1. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on hole 2. Alright, we're back for hole 2. This is a par 4. This year is going to be played with a big topper, because we don't have those fancy APOC 5, 6, 7 levels, and Thor's 6, 7, 8 levels, so we have to go with a big topper here. And we're going to play this like I played rookie, just over top of that small bush on the right hand side, right in the center of it pretty much. You can see where the yellow ring is, almost into the sand trap. There's a little bit of red showing there as well. And we played this once again, 0% elevation, one top, or full top. All but one top spin, so it's not quite full top. You take one bar off the full top. So you make sure you do that. And let's replay that. Yeah, we got a quasar here, power 1 ball. That's all you need here. So this way you can go full left, or as much left as possible, with less one bar from topspin. And right over top of that bush. And this is played at maximum distance as well. So maximum distance, big topper, 0% elevation, all but one top spin. just take one bar top spin off of your full top spin and full left. And that's pretty much it. That'll set you up for a nice, very easy eagle chip from that point. I would use probably an end bringer, give it some top spin. Seems to be the most consistent shot there. So that's hole 2. Alright, we're back for hole 3. I believe we're going to go with the big topper once again. Oh no, we're going to go with the APOC here. You can go with the big topper. I chose to go with the APOC because it's got a better accuracy. And it does have about 6 bars top spin, which I figured would be good enough. So we're going with the power 3 ball. We got the red almost touching the rough. We played this at 0% elevation. And we're going to push it back up at least one ring. A half to 1 ring. We great balled it. You can see it was pretty close there to the rough. So you may not even have to push it back up. You can just leave it after you adjust the wind. Don't bother pushing it back up. You don't want to push it that close like I did. So that's shot 1. Okay, this is shot number 2. This is basically still a work in progress. What I did is go with a Guardian here, I believe. Yeah, 10% elevation. And you can see we went a little bit too far off the drive as well. Again, this is qualification, fairly new to the hole. Don't believe I played these holes before, and well, actually I have in pro, but it's been a while. So of course it's going to be minimum distance. What I was trying to do is line the tip of the ball guide left of the hole by half a square past and left of the hole. You can also do a sniper approach on this shot by rolling it up to the back of the green and coming back down, and maybe trying that in the opening round. But that's a look at how you can play it. That's hole number 3. Alright, this is hole 4. This is a par 3. I believe we're going to go with the rough bump here. Now I got a Kingmaker written down, 2 backspin, full left spin with the quarterback. You can play this at 1 to 1. So 5.7 mile per hour, 5.7 rings. Or you could also play this at max distance plus 10% elevation. So after adjusting, what you want to do is pull it back towards the green, or push it back towards the green, at least 1 ring. Now we came very close here. What else do I got written down in my notes? Towards the cup. Line up left of the edge of the cup. The bottom end just outside the left. Just in trap. Bottom of the red. Okay. What I have here is when you're looking at the target, when you line it up, make sure at the bottom of my red target, I have just outside left, just in the trap. So I'm basically just having some reference points for my target here. You can see the bottom of the red is touching the fairway there, and the red's about halfway in. And you can see basically what you want to do is look at the tip of the ball guide, what we're doing here. Looks like we're lining up just to the left of the cup. So you can see how much we missed it by. Next time I would just adjust my guide a little bit more over. Looks like we do push it up at least one ring towards the cup. Now, how did we miss this one? I'm not even sure if we great balled it. I missed that. Too busy looking at my notes. But it looks like we missed to the left of the cup. So you might have to adjust that accordingly. And that's hole 4. Catch you on hole 5. Alright, this is hole number 5. This is a par 4. Okay, we played this. I got written down here. 10% elevation for the first and second shot. We're going to go with 3 top spin, I believe, here. And yeah, that we're going to play the left-hand side of the fairway with a Titan. We push it up after adjusting. Yeah, basically we're going with 3 top spin. We're trying to figure out how much overpower we're going to have to give this in order to hit that fairway there. So we push it back up to max distance. Okay, basically with an EM7, we just so that the adjustment circle was opened up for the amount of overpower with an EM7. With an EM8, if you're using an extra mile 8, I believe after you push it up, you're not going to require any overpower. So that's 10% elevation. That shot. Here's shot 2. Like I said, this is still a work in progress. We're going to go with a Saturn here because we can go as much backspin as we want. So we're going to go with roughly 5 back, I believe. 1 right spin. After I got it written down here, I believe I want to go with full right spin. This is 1 bar in this particular shot though. I decided to go with full right spin after this. And move closer to the hole. So yeah, this is probably the result of the shot where I decided to go full right spin. And I also wanted my starting setup to be a little bit closer to the hole with 4 backspin. Just trying to hone this shot in. Do I got anything else to tell you about this hole? This one I played also at 10% elevation. Right ball and curl? No, I don't think that. That's it pretty much for that for now. See if I can figure this out maybe better. But it's a starting point. So that's hole 5. Catch on 6. Alright, we're back. Hole 6, par 5. What do I have here? My notes are. That's why I like to make these videos too. It kind of organizes my notes. I can kind of look over what I've played here and go through my notes. Kind of puts myself in better organization a little bit anyway, so it helps myself as well. So we're going with the power 1 ball here, I believe. And we got the yellow just touching the rough. Giving it a little bit of leeway, pulling it out a bit there. So with a extra mile 7, it's at maximum distance, you can see there. And we played this at 10% elevation for this particular shot. And I got written down here, if you're using a extra mile 8, you want to start it at the 5-yard marker. That's the difference between the 8 and the 7. This way you stay consistent, and the drive will pretty much be roughly around the same amount of yardage for your second shot. So what else do I got written down here? Basically, you can see how much top spin and right spin I put on it. 4.5 top. So if you're using the extra mile 8, I would go with about 4.5 top as well. And did I give this any curl? I guess we'll find out here. Yeah, I tend to like the curl I give this to. You can see how much curl we give it. So if you stay consistent and give it that same curl, same top spin, everything every time, you'll roughly be around 353 yards. So that's shot 1. Alright, this is shot number 2. This way you can stay consistent every time you play the hole. You want to be careful with this shot not to give it any overpower, so make sure you're looking at the arrows when you take this shot, because even the slightest bit of overpower here can put you in trouble. So this particular shot we're going to go at minus 20%. And what do we do? Okay, this is where I want to go. I want to offset this. A half a square left of the hole. You can see what we're doing with the ball guide. Tip of the ball guide. But half a square left of the hole. I found this to work nice. Now I believe I went 1.1 backspin. I'll have to replay this. And full right spin I got written down here. I want to replay this just to double check it. Comes in nicely though. Yeah. 354. Saturn. Okay, I got for the previous hole on hole 5, I believe if you're at 354 yards, when you're playing your second shot, you want to play that at mid-distance. That's one point I forgot to mention. Goes to show how bad my notes are here. So yeah, I'm trying to find the distance on here. It looks like it was mid too. So it was 1.1 back, full right. 1.1 back, full right spin. Minus 20%. Looks like I went mid distance here. A half a square to the left of the hole. And this could be a money shot. This particular shot I play in rookie as well. Half a square left of the hole. I find this to work in rookie as well. I go with the quasar in rookie. Quarterback off the tee off. Full top, full right. No curl. And second shot, use the quasar with no top spin, no side spin. Line it up, same as this. Half a square left of the hole, and you're money. So, that's hole number 6. Alright, this is hole number 7, par 3. Let's see what we have in our notes for this hole. Wow, okay, this particular hole we got written down for 20% elevation. Plus 20% is a place downhill. 3.8 backspin with a Goliath. Full right spin. We're going to go with a navigator ball. Now, what I'm trying to do here is look at the tip of the ball guide. Find out where it is. And if you have to tweak it either direction, that's what I would do. But this is 20% elevation. Not sure if I went max or not. Let's see what happens here. So it comes in left of the hole. So I would just tweak the tip of the ball guide a little bit. That's your setup point. You're going to have to move the target a little bit in either direction to get that to work. And like I said, look at the tip of the ball guide. I think I was trying to get the tip of it in the corner, black corner here, but this is a very tricky hole. You know, this is, there is a rough bump option, I believe, on this hole, but I haven't tried it really. So I'm going to have to do some major work on this hole as well, but like I said, this is a starting point. Did this come left of the hole? I believe it did. You can see the tip of the ball guide, what I'm trying to do here. So these are the things I try looking at, where my placement of my target is, where the placement of my ball guide is, and then the result of my shot. That'll tell me if I have to go with more side spin or less side spin, until I can finally hone in on my shot. There is a few days left to get this going, so it is a good start. That's hole 7. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Alright, this is hole number 8. This is a par 4. This particular shot is a type of hole where you want to have an extra mile 8 or a high level APOC or anything like that. I got a very low level extra mile 7. Especially an expert, you want to, you know, this is a hard hole in expert. But you do have a tailwind here, so it does help. An expert, I think you got a headwind. So we're going full overpower, as you can see. Extra mile 8 will pretty much put you right on the green. Or this particular shot would work maybe even better if I used if I had an APOC 3 or so I have more topspin on this. At least 6 bars topspin. This only get 4.5 topspin. That's not quite enough. So if you can find a club in there that has more topspin, you know, for that matter, I could have used a big topper and put it on the first fairway there, and probably got it to the same distance what I did here with my extra mile, maybe even further. So that's maximum overpower with the Titan. To the maximum push up, you can push it up a hair bit of curl. Try 6 topspin, plus 10 maximum distance, plus 10 elevation. There's not much more I can tell you with that. The next shot here, I believe the second shot, you just play that 0%, go for the hole. Just a short chip in. Let's see what we can do on hole number. Alright, this is the final hole, hole 9. We're going to go with Titan here. Just because we got tailwind with the Kingmaker, there's no sense in cutting the wind down. You actually want the wind to help you when you have a tailwind. So that's why anytime I have a tailwind, I always go with the Titan, to let that tailwind work in your favor. If you use a Kingmaker, it's going to cut it down. Then you're defeating the purpose. So we're going to go with a APOC here, once again, because it has the more top spin, like I was mentioning. I should have used this on hole 8 maybe. I did have the APOC 3 by the looks of it. But if you have an extra mile 8 here, of course I would go with that, because you got more distance than the APOC 3 to start with, about 3 or 4 yards. Plus you have about the same amount of topspin as this. But this is a perfect distance for me for my next shot. I like using I'll show you in a second here. That's 10% elevation. As I was mentioning, I like using a Kingfisher. It's one of my favorite short irons for this particular shot. It's got a higher accuracy, for me anyways, seeing it's only a level 5. I go with one back, one right. I played rookie the exact same way. And it works. About a square to a square and a half short of the hole. Even with the tailwind here. Works the same principle. This is plus 10 elevation. And just straight at the hole. And if you hit perfect, it's going to go in 9 times out of 10. And there you have it. Thanks for watching the Pro Division here. I know it's been a while since I put out some content for that, but best of luck in the tournament, and we'll catch you in the next one.